There's two possible reasons why you clicked on this video. You really want to learn something about the Pokemon Research, or you did put your strongest Charizard here and you have no idea where it went. I'm very sorry to inform you, but it's probably gone. Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, and today we are going to talk about the Pokemon Research. More specifically, we are going to discuss how it works, not only the basics but also some tips and suggestions. This video was a request from a player on Discord, so if you have any other video ideas or suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comments. So let's start by the basics. You can find the research in the cultivation feature menu. Click on the Pokemon Research icon, and the main goal of this game mode is to sacrifice Pokemon in order to give you stats in return. But that's the key word, sacrifice. Once you research the Pokemon, it's gone, it will disappear. Each research can go to a specific level, each Pokemon research, but most researches actually go to level 10. And the higher the research level, usually the more stats that you obtain. These stats that you are obtaining are stats that are going to be applied to every single Pokemon in your account. So this is generally what we like to call base stats, stats applied to your whole account. When you are researching a Pokemon, it goes into your computer. We can see down here, and let's go to the box, we can see that we have the two Pokemon researching. But imagine that you select your Pokemon on the research on accident, and no worries, as long as the research is not complete, you can actually cancel the research and this Pokemon will appear in your computer. As we can see, we have our Rattata over here. On the top left, we also have the research preview, and in this menu we can actually see every single Pokemon and according to the every single research stat that it provides. For example, the Rattata research gives me speed, and if I go to another research that it's not complete, for example the Igglybuff, it gives me physical defense. But if you are looking for a specific stat, you have a filter in the top right, so where you can filter by speed if that's what you're interested about. There are also research skills, and this is a very important thing to know. On the right side we have the overview button, and we can see that we have multiple research skills. Research skills are obtained once you max out some specific Pokemon research. For example, Charmander research or Caterpie research are very easy to obtain. As you can see, I already have my Charmander research level 10 and my Caterpie research level 10 as well. And on the right side we can see all the research skills that I already have in my account. So I already have fire type damage reduction and bug type damage reduction by 5% to my whole account. The damage reductions are the easiest, okay? The hardest ones are the skill power increases. Yes, there are researches that will increase your skill power. For example, I completed this one, which is electric type skill power, and over here it says Research Raikou series increases electric type skill power by 5% to my whole account. But remember, I advise you to always go and find that specific research that you are trying to max. If you tap on the Pokemon icon, you can see like all of the other Pokemon that belong to this specific research. So of course I did not research Raikou because it's harder to obtain. In order to max out this research, I did catch a bunch of Entei because they are easy to obtain. The amount of research EXP that each Pokemon provides you, it's different for every single Pokemon. For example, if we scroll down to see a random legendary that I might have, most legendaries usually provide you enough research EXP so that you can level up at least one level of research with one single legendary. While the lower tier Pokemon, they provide you less EXP so that you can actually need to sacrifice more copies of that same Pokemon in order to level up your research. Oh, but keep in mind that even if you evolve your Pokemon, it usually provides you more EXP. For example, we have an Aldino over here providing me 968 research EXP, but a Mega Aldino would provide me 1.2k, almost 1.3k EXP. It takes longer to research in some cases, but that's not a big deal. Now, because your Pokemon is sacrificed and once you complete the research, it's like it is gone. As you can see, that Cubone is gone, it's not coming back. It is very important that you know if your Pokemon is actually from the capsules or not, because you are not going to spend on the diamond capsules forever. So all the few Pokemon that you obtain from over here are usually important to have on the research. And the easiest way for you to know is by going into your Pokédex and filter by the Pokemon that you are looking for. For example, a while ago I was about to research a Rattata, but but because the acquisition of this Pokemon is only via the Diamond Capsules, I am actually going to evolve the Rattata into Eradicate so that I can get more Research EXP. If it would be a different Pokemon like Caterpie, which is easily obtained from the Monster Mist, I would not even care to evolve it. Speaking of evolutions, if you are still like on your mid-game, don't rush and spend VIT to evolve some specific Pokemon. Eventually, it will get to a point in your game that you will have so many evolution items that you don't know what to do with them. So if you have a Pokemon like Rattata that you want to evolve to Research because it provides speed and you want to Eradicate because you want more Research EXP, don't rush and evolve it just now if you don't have the materials. Don't just go and spend your VIT to get the materials, because eventually you will have those materials and you don't want to just waste VIT on a little bit of Research EXP. The same logic applies to Mega Evolutions, of course, because they are harder to obtain, so you should be selective in terms of which Pokemon you Mega Evolve. I just want to give a very important detail related to the Rayquaza Research. A lot of players actually get a Rayquaza from capsules, and they do tend to Mega Rayquaza in order to place the Rayquaza on the Research, but that actually does not affect the amount of Rayquazas necessary to actually complete the Research. This was probably a mistake by the developers, but you will actually need the same amount of Rayquazas at the end of the day, so if you don't want to Mega Rayquaza, in this specific scenario, don't bother about it. And if you want suggestions about which Pokemon you should focus for the Research, of course, first of all, just go and capture like all the random normal mist Pokemon that you can actually obtain and you did not research yet. But after that, of course, I do suggest to focus on speed. In terms of advanced mist, I would suggest to focus on Kartana. It provides with a lot of physical attack and speed, and you can find Kartana on the heavy rain weather. But you can also mix some Latios and Latias if you'd like to. They go up to the Research level 10 and they provide speed and special defense. Latios and Latias are found in the foggy weather. In terms of the normal mist, if you want to hunt for some specific legendaries, I used to hunt for Zapdos and Moltres myself. This Research provides with special attack and special defense, and Zapdos can be found in the rainstorm weather, while Moltres can be found in the blizzard weather. And remember that on Pokeland Legends Club, we do have a weather page with weather predictions across multiple days, so if you want to check out the page, the link is in the description. That's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next video.